Hi, Steve again. We've snuck back onto the Microsoft booth, and I'm here with Daniel from DICE to talk about Battlefield 1. So, Daniel, obviously, Battlefield 1, going back to World War 1. How did that come about?
Well, actually, there were these two guys in the studio, and they were super passionate about this particular setting, and they did a lot of research and really got into it. And then they did a whole presentation for us. And when we decide to make a new Battlefield game, we look at the entire spectrum, and we need to make sure that the setting we put the game in, it fulfills all the Battlefield pillars to basically bring that all-out warfare gameplay that we need. And actually, once we actually saw all the weapons available and all the locations you could go to, we figured like that this is not only a perfect fit, it's even better, because you can actually get that really fast-paced gameplay with the weaponry, like the small machine guns and light machine guns and all that stuff. But also the fact that you can bring, horses into the game and like swords and things like that. It's just like kind of the old world meeting the new industrial era. So that was just such a interesting thing to do.
So you said there about horses. Will they factor in multiplayer?
Yes, horses will be available in the multiplayer, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm really keen to ride a horse into battle, just really kind of charge it across. So when it comes to multiplayer, obviously huge Battlefield battles, as they always are. When it comes to the vehicles and things, have you got a particular vehicle you favor when you're playing?
Actually, I think it decides what you want to do at that time, because we have light tanks, we have medium tanks, we have heavy tanks. And so if you're like a type of player that play with your squad a lot, you get up with your buddies and you all get into the same squad, you can get into the heavy tank, and the entire squad fits into that tank. But if you want to kind of like lone wolf it a little bit, you can get into the light tank. So it's pretty much, we've created a vehicle so that you have a play style that is your play style, and we can kind of catering it for you. We want to set up a multiplayer sandbox where you can have choice and you can play it how you want rather than dictating how you should play the game.
And they've obviously got classes in Battlefield. Do you favour a particular class yourself? I mean, when I played it the other day, I did kind of the assault class personally.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, again, it's all about that rock, paper, scissors setup. I think I personally, I switch my class quite frequently when I'm playing, depending on like, okay, so we're losing this flag over here, which is in the village, so let me get into the assault class and get a shotgun because I know it's going to be close range. No, I'm going to go up to the windmill and become a scout and snipe a little bit. But also now with the new dynamic weather system that we're implying, it basically makes you change the way you play the game when the weather kind of changes. So you could be, for example, like I spawn in and I'm a scout. And I decided I'm going to go up to the windmill and I'm going to be covering the village and just taking long-range shots. But then the fog comes in, or the rain comes in, you don't know what's going to happen. But if the fog comes in, for example, now the engagement range goes really close. And now I go, okay, this is not working anymore. I'm going to have to leave that and like maybe bring out my hatchet, go to town with that instead. Destruction
really plays a huge part in Battlefield. Oh, yeah. Is that really hard to kind of code into the game?
I mean, we have a really close relationship with the Frostbite engine, and the Bad Company series was the first step we took when we introduced destruction into the series. And since then, we've just kind of pushed the boundaries and the technology forward. And for this particular game, we decided that we wanted to make kind of like creative destruction a thing. We wanted you to be able to, basically, you can run into a house, get up into the second floor, throw an explosive ordnance on the staircase that is beneath you, blow that up and take out the staircase and that part of the building, so now no one else can come up to the second floor where you're at. You can pick apart buildings how you want. They're no longer like scripted in the sense, you do X amount of damage to them and then they collapse. You can pick them apart how you want to. And also we're introducing ground deformation system on a whole new level. So you can utilize craters much, much more tactically this time around. You can be, for example, on a big field, and then the airship comes in and it starts to bombard that field, and somehow you manage to survive. Instead of like, looking up and, okay, I'm going to run over to that building for cover, you can just roll into one of the craters, and that actually offers you a lot of cover. So you can actually be half fight, crouching in a crater and be completely covered, and then pop up and then take shots and then run over to another crater. You can basically turn the terrain into a Swiss cheese full of cover.
So speaking of the airship, while I was playing the hands-on yesterday, yeah, that airship appeared for the other team. Mm-hmm. What is that all about, and how would I go about taking that down?
Taking down airship? Well, there are anti-aircraft guns on the ground that you can take it out with, but a very good tactic is actually to spawn into an airplane and just go attacking it, because you really need to take it out quite quick once it comes in, because if the people know how to use the airship, it's such a powerful vehicle. So the way we use it as well is if one team is completely annihilating the other team, and it looks like, okay, the other team's like, no, it's over, it's lost. That's the team that gets the airship. So that kind of comes into something we kind of like, guys, you're losing, but here's the airship. Turn it around now, turn the tide. So that's how we use it, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, I must admit, I thought it was a great mechanic because we were absolutely battering them. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden this mighty airship appeared, and it did start to level out again.
Yeah.
With Xbox One, obviously you've got EA Access. I believe, obviously, if you're a member of EA Access, you could get hands on Battlefield early. When would that be?
It will be on the 13th of October.
Awesome. And can I count that you'll be on there and I'll be on there on the 13th of October?
I'll be on there. I'll definitely be on there and playing with all my friends.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Daniel.
Thank you, sir.
Steve, signing out from me, Free, once again. Thanks a lot.